Hello, I want to talk to you about the Book of Ra. And people who have, and readers who have read the Seeds from Heaven trilogy will be interested in the Book of Ra. You say, that sounds absolutely ridiculous. But once you've read the trilogy, this book is mentioned many times as in the trilogy and in the writing, and it becomes very important. So what happened is, after I wrote the trilogy, I thought, I've talked about it so much, why not go ahead and actually write the actual Book of Ra that was in there? And so that's what I've done. Now, it is not a novel or anything as we look at it here. Here we go. See all the blank space there? It's one of those like calendar things where you read something at the top and then you pencil in your own diary thing on the rest of it there. And then the idea is that that becomes your legacy, okay, that you pass along to others. They can see your thoughts. Okay, we're going to read parts of this here for you. And here is the preface here. Okay, it says, the Book of Ra, it's based upon the Seeds from Heaven, and it's meant to be a devotional guide for the followers of Ra, God of the Sun. Each page is left with blank space, so the reader may insert his own thoughts and then pass it along to their children. Each Book of Ra will contain its own truth, as we all experience the world in a very different manner. Okay, now understand, this is not the Bible, and not meant to be anything along that line at all, but it's kind of headed in that direction, and you would really only understand it after reading the trilogy. So here's some of the things I'll read here are quotes from the actual Seeds from Heaven. Okay, here's one of them. He walked among the people of every nation of earth and spoke the language of all. He never really preached to anyone. He never set foot in a church. Never claimed to talk to God, yet he did say he knew how to listen, as none of us had ever attempted before, and that was his message for all of us. I know that he is fulfilled, as he told me his goal was pure and he had accomplished his mission. We have etched that thought upon his gravestone, and it reads, Ra, I plant the seeds and let others grow the flowers. If he were with us here today, he would be happy to see the flowers that surround his grave. Okay, there's one of the quotes from the eulogy of Ra. Okay, here we go. It says, you should plan to use your gift to help those around you, don't you think? Lancaster sat silent, stunned by the words, a simple thought that he remembered hearing as a child. Memories of that nearly forgotten moment flashed through his mind. Okay, here we go. Sumarangul performed a brief levitation before his friend. That is all. I do not understand it. It is enough to make you a god. You could walk on water? I suppose I could. However, it is not my destiny. I think what you saw today makes good use of the gift. He held out his hands. Take my hands in yours. When Ramazini did this, he said, you can see I am but a man of flesh and blood like you. We all have our gifts, and some are merely different than others. You are as great as I in every way. More than that, you are like a son to me. He gave him an embrace, as though he were his own flesh and blood. Tears welled up in Ramazini as he truly felt the love of his king as never before. Now go. I must prepare for the inauguration ceremony. And we'll move to another one here. Just three more. Yes, yes, that is it. You must speak a new truth that is obvious to all and do not lie to the Bantu as others have done for centuries. We rejected all those who would have enslaved us and were able to hide from them. We have been waiting 100 years for someone to show us our ultimate destiny, and now you have arrived. It is all that you have said and more. And I hear a doorbell ringing there too. Okay, here we go. We're getting near the end here. Evil intentions are most often declared to all before the deed is done. The good and the wise will listen, believe, and act upon it. Here's another one. It is the duty of a parent to create a world in which his children will see the world as paradise. And finally, here's our last one. Ra pulled his golden sword from his scabbard and held it high. Today I put down my sword, as the balance on earth has been restored, and a great evil has been erased. I ask that all nations and all people do the same, as there is now no need to fight among ourselves. Let the city become a paradise on earth. As we learn to put down our swords and prayer books and pick up our tools and listen to the quiet spirit whispering within us that is surely God. Let the cities of the world rebuild themselves with the power of simple truths and the love for our children, as they shall inherit our legacy. I have planted the seeds and shown you the path, and now I leave it to you to grow the flowers and to walk upon the path of paradise and enjoy its fragrance. And that's my last one there. And we want to thank you. We hope you'll give it a try. I think these few little quotes that you heard in here gives you an idea of what the Seeds from Heaven is all about. It's a wonderful trilogy. It was from the heart that I wrote the trilogy, and that I was compelled to write this book as well. Thank you.